Alright, so today over on Brazos, we have something pretty cool going on right now. Something that usually happens, but something is definitely worth talking about here, because we do have the new Bandwidth Special Co-op Quest. It's available today all the way to the 17th of December, which is when we are going to get our mid-month banner. To my knowledge, it's the first time they are doing a quest in particular for Bandwidth, but for the most part, this is just our usual co-op quest that we get every few months, and we're most likely going to get it again near the end of the year. So with that in mind, it's a good quest to farm a bunch of materials, in this case, link shop materials for all your characters, every attribute. You can get EXP crystals if you need those, Hogoku wheels, some transcendence items for specifically no affiliation characters, and also editing brushes, power hearts for example. For most veterans, this isn't really anything super crazy. It's again always here every few months. But if you are a new account or someone that's trying to max out a bunch of characters, well, this is the usual good event to farm. But what in a way makes this event special, what you are going to see in the top left, is a free con. Now, the pattern for pretty much the last 6 years since we have been getting events like this is that every year we get a new attribute. We recently just got a new attribute, the Technique one, which for the most part was the final con to receive. So when we do get this event again, potentially at the end of the year, the New Year's 2026 quest, we're probably going to get the return of the Technique con. But this one is special because what you'll see here is that it's not a Technique con, once more like we were expecting. It is a Heart Kon. A Heart Kon. And why exactly is that special? Well, this character was never obtainable for the last 8 years. He was a gift to Japanese players on the Japanese server when we had a special Brave Souls advert. It was something that at this point in Japan released over 9 years ago. For global in particular, they released January 15th of 2017 to celebrate 1 year on the global server. And it was only ever available for that day. So if you were someone that has been playing this game for 7 years, has been playing for a very long time, even if you've been playing since the start of the game, if you didn't log in on that one specific day, you missed out on this Heart 5-star version of Kon. It is one of the rarest characters in the game, but no longer, because right now he is once more free to obtain by just playing this event. But with that, I have a quick PSA. Don't play this event if you respect OG Brave Souls players. It's more than just a character. It's a symbol of the early commitment and grind. Please let us, the OG Brave Souls players, keep their exclusivity, show your respect by appreciating its rarity, by not owning it. Hopefully someone gets that reference. But you know what, even for players like myself that does have this con, I was playing this game back in 2017. I was 17 years old when this character came out, and he is now obtainable once more. So what this does mean is that if you have been playing all the past events where you have been able to get the cons, you can now max transcend every single con. And I'm actually kind of glad they did bring back the character. I know I just made a joke about it, but I really don't care about the exclusivity, and I wouldn't mind if the Technique Shikai Ichigo also does return. There's no reason to keep the character rare. Don't think anyone really cares that much about it. But in my case, it means that I can now max transcend all the cons that are available, which is pretty cool. And again, we're just having a lot of throwbacks here, but I believe there was someone known in the community for max transcending their con when special move sources got added, and they used 4 heart move sources, or even rainbows. I'm not entirely too sure the quality of the move sources, but they did use 4 special move source to max transcend their con, which is an absolutely crazy investment that maybe now 6 years later didn't really pay off. But then again, it's been years later. I'm sure they don't care that much. But regardless, that was an insane investment to begin with, because they, for the most part, until now, was the only person in the game to have a max transcended Heart Kon, because the only way to do that was, again, to use move sources. Now, with that, there's also a few more things to talk about in regards to this event. If you are someone like myself that doesn't really need to farm this event right now, I've already farmed all my characters. I have enough resources to max the next 10 years worth of characters almost, right? I don't really need potions. However, there is event orders to complete this quest upwards to 150 times. Plenty of time to do it. Even if you were doing the free ticket today, you get close to it. You're going to easily finish the event orders, and with that, you are going to get a 5-star ticket. It, of course, only includes premium characters in that selection, but, you know, you could potentially walk away with a 6th anniversary Aizen remake or even a 10th anniversary character. Unfortunately, though, and what would most likely also stop me from farming this event, maybe yourself included, is that the bonus characters consist of a bunch of old seasonal units, just a bunch of seasonal characters for the most part. Everyone should have access to a bonus, but having a good bonus, the 50% one, which for me, when I'm farming events like this, my standard is always to have a full room of 50% bonus characters. And usually that's not too much to ask for when it's happening during a big occasion like end of year. Everyone's summoning on end of year. Everyone's summoning on anniversary. Chances are, if you're saving your orbs accordingly, you can have a bonus character for these events. Right now, though, with this banner, only having 2 50% bonuses is a bit of a yikes. I really think these swimsuit characters that also recently just returned should have been 50% bonuses too, so that way more people could be encouraged to play the event in a way, because then you have a 50% bonus. For me, because I don't have a 50% bonus, but even if I did, I probably wouldn't farm that much. And I would probably just wait till end of year where it can drop Brave Soul summon tickets, because I don't think this one does. And I'm also going to have a bonus character there because I'm summoning on the end of year banner regardless of who the characters are. In this case, this banner was quite underwhelming, fillers weren't good, and it also was just 2 characters. But with that said, before we do go ahead and max transcend our final con, which is crazy that we are finally doing that, let's open up the room and get some players to join. Right now for me, again, I don't really care who joins my lobby. I'm just trying to get the 5-star summon ticket, which does take around 150 runs. I'm like 50 away. And this is the character that I'm using. Nini is a fun character. I like her. Would love to have the new one. She's super cute. Love the design. Love that Usushi is there. There's 2 more sushis. There's the one in the cup. And then there's the Usushi behind her. It's adorable. I want her. But I did 2 multis, didn't go. I'm not doing any more. I'm saving for mid-month. I'm saving for end of year. And if mid-month isn't something that I like, I might do a few multis, more multis on this end of month banner. Because we do have the benefit of waiting until the 15th when the next banner does get announced. And this one will still be here since there's no individual banners. Now, maybe it's just me. I mean, then again, the last time we had a Christmas Burn the Witch banner was back like 4 years ago? 5? I don't remember. It's been a very long time. A very long time since we last had a Christmas Burn the Witch banner. But is this a new map? I'm not entirely surprised if it is, or if it isn't. I don't know. But this is the standard Burn the Witch map, but it has a Christmas theme to it. There's snow, there's Christmas trees. It's a cozy map, I'll be honest. And we're also going against dragons like usual, as you expect with Burn the Witch. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Maybe this was in a point event, and they've now extended it into a co-op quest, which is kind of cool. I don't dislike that they are doing co-op quests like this, especially before end of year. But the main takeaway is that for most players, let me actually know in the comments below if you actually own the Heart Kon. If you've been playing this long, 8 years at this point, almost 9 this upcoming January. I would assume most players, this is a new character, and that's 125 free Spirit Orbs, which makes this event even better for you. For me though, you know, I just get to max transcend him, finish the collection. So hopefully we start moving on to free Ichigos. Because right now, the Shikai Ichigo that released alongside Kon, I think he released a little bit earlier on the Japanese version of the game. But there's a Technique one, and then there's a Mind one, I believe, in the, arena shop. So maybe they're going to start rotating the Ichigo so we can get a Power, Speed, and Heart one. That would be kind of cool if we run out of cons, because there is no more cons to do now in the attribute. But remember, this event is the standard Get Lucky event. I've done 100 runs now at this point, and I've only gotten lucky once. Which, to be fair, 100 runs is actually pretty decent. If you want to make it better, bring links or characters, links or potions, etc. Just to get guaranteed value per run. But for me, again, I'm just rocking recharge links. Alright, let's jump into another quest. We'll do one more run just to see if we can potentially get lucky during the video. Because that would be cool. I've only gotten lucky once out of all these times playing this event. I think last year, anniversary or end of year, was the really good one where I walked with like 9, 10 super jackpot runs. Summon tickets. I got actually the 999 summon tickets in literally under 100 runs, which was actually crazy. Again, this one, at least from the looks of it, I haven't seen it or looked around to see other people's rewards, but I'm assuming this event doesn't drop summon tickets. They never say if they are going to drop summon tickets, they kind of just drop it. Maybe this one does, I just haven't seen it. But usually, the summon tickets are always for end of year and anniversary to make them one feel a little bit special. So I would be surprised if this one does drop summon tickets. So would I mind? Probably just stick to the point event. If you are farming summon tickets, especially if you have max bonus, it's definitely much just better to put your tickets in there. Maybe save some of the soul tickets that you might get in the point event for the next month. And then save that for end of year, which at this point is basically 3 weeks away, right? We should be actually getting news soon on when the next Bankai Live is going to happen. Pretty excited about that. Again, I'm very much looking forward to more canon Blood War characters. And if we do get Bankai Shinsuke, man, that's going to be absolutely crazy. So, here we go. Can I just go in and soul bomb with that kill? Because it is the final room. I probably shouldn't have used my soul bomb there. Never mind, we just completely missed everything. Is this not the final room? Why is everyone else using the soul bomb? Oh, damn, this room is massive. This one even... Okay, it was the final room. Never mind. All right, then. So let's see if we did get any extra rewards here. Maybe a con to reroll his 6th slot. Got 100 links or potions. Unfortunately, nothing too great there. But let's go to our event orders. Claim the ones that I have personally done. And finally, we can now max transcend all the cons. We have all the pieces to the Infinity Gauntlet. We have all the Infinity Stones. And in terms of maxing them out, we're pretty much just doing it for collection. Don't really need to right now. Obviously, you don't need to as well. He's not even a good link, just pretty much orbs. But I have plenty, a lot, and I've been using a lot too. But I have plenty of Essence Scrolls right now that we can kind of afford to max transcend any character we want to. And I haven't been max transcending any new characters lately, since even though I've been doing 25 steps almost every end of month besides the most recent one, which I guess is a nice cooldown for me, I still haven't really max transcended any character of late, besides... Honestly, I can't remember. The closest I came to doing that was Macy, the swimsuit version, where I ended up getting her 4 times. But unfortunately, didn't get that final copy, right? So it's been like a year. Same with Ichigo and Ruki. I was willing to use move sources on them during the 10th annie, but after 25 steps, I got nothing. So there we go. Final copy. I don't really care what 6th slot this does give us. Attack, SP, stamina. Doesn't matter to me. We got defense. And there we go. Never thought I'd see the day that we have a Heart Kon with the purple con with the purple levels. Look at that. 265 levels later. So, and then now we go back to our page. All cons are max transcended. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So there you have it, lads. That's the video for today. New co-op quest. If you have links or potions and access to Nini and Noel, the new ones where you have max bonus, you can definitely farm this event. If anything, you might want to wait till end of year because that one is likely going to drop summer tickets. I don't think this one does, although you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. If anything, though, just do 150 runs for the 5-star summer ticket. Maybe you can get something there. But most importantly, they have returned the Heart Kon after almost 9 years. For most people, unless you are a super old veteran like myself that played that one day 9 years ago almost, this should be a new character for you and 125 Spirit Orbs. If not, go ahead and max transcend him, because that's something that you weren't able to do until now. Hope you liked and enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.